Surprise, motherfucker. What's up? This is your friendly neighborhood, Venger Satanis. And this is going to be a short one. I put several posts up. Well, one post in several different places. On social media, mostly Facebook, and a lot of the groups, the role-playing game groups, because there was a video from the Bachelor YouTube channel where he was not only talking about red pill and the manosphere and just general cultural issues, what's going on, war between the sexes, and masculinity and feminism and stuff like that. But he was also talking about Star Wars, Star Trek, Warhammer 40k. He mentioned D&D, and a lot of people were upset, which I knew would be the case. But I think a lot of people responded well. A few groups took the post down, but there were a lot that left it up and that let the conversation go. And if you can weather the the slings and arrows and all the negativity and things like that, if it just reaches, say, 15% of gamers who might be more inclined to wake up and see what's going on and if you want to leave the matrix, first you've got to want to leave the matrix. Waking up and realizing, what the hell's going on, looking around and seeing that this is a failing system, and that shit's broken, and it's clown world upside down, and we need to get things back. We need to start fighting back. It's almost impossible to come to that realization if you don't want to get to the truth, if you don't want to wake up. You can be shown the door, but you have to engage long enough to want to go through it. And a lot of responses were the same old NPC cliches that we've heard over and over again, like, "Oh, you're fragile," and "Cry more, man, baby," and what's the other one that I heard more a few years ago? You're a snowflake. Really, they just take some of the insults that they heard like several years ago, and they just kind of like tweak them a little bit and project it back to us. And us calling shit out and noticing, basically us noticing is the problem. The fact that we notice that D&D and Star Wars and everything else has become, I mean, at this point, calling it watered down would be like calling, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not. The analogy is not coming to me, but it would be a blessing to have someone say like, "Oh, that's watered down." No, it's not watered down. It's completely steeped in wokeness and feminism and cultural Marxism, and it's not the fight between good and evil. It's just moral relativism and hey, you do you, man, and your feelings are the most important thing. I don't know. I hear that stuff now, like, you notice something and you complain about it, and people are like, "Oh, you're so fragile," and whatever. But these days, all I hear when people say that to me are, they're not rounding up the Jews, and it's good that they are. That's what I hear when people on social media are telling me I shouldn't be complaining, and that I'm just being weak or soft or man baby, or I should cry about it, or I'm being too fragile. Um, because I liken it to the very early stages of the Nazis. Before World War II happened, a lot of people turned a blind eye, and they didn't want to see it. They didn't want to, they didn't want to be bothered with Trump um, being railroaded with that rigged election and politically persecuted for being a conservative, for being a Republican. That's why they wanted to get him. You got someone that actually wanted to fight back and be a populist and a moderate with common sense ideas and win, and wasn't just going to take shit lying down. So basically, the opposite of Mitt Romney, and then all of a sudden, like, Democrats are fighting tooth and nail for the past almost 8 years trying to destroy this man and his presidency. And now they finally got him. The walls are closing in. But he's going to win in November. And they just can't handle that. Unless they find a way to really get him. He's going to be victorious because he's, the far better candidate or whatever. I don't know. I'm kind of reaching to a whole system of ideas and things like that. This is kind of a grab bag video. I'm going to do another one, I think, with some new maps that I had laminated tomorrow. But yeah, this video, I'll put a link in the description below for that video that I linked on Facebook if you hadn't seen it. I also did it on Twitter and a couple other places. But it was really eye-opening to see someone like that talk about things, talk about like that. Specifically, I think he mentioned the Acolyte in this video, but he mentioned D&D, but he didn't specifically know because he hasn't played in several years. Things like the Radiant Citadel and was it Brixhaven or whatever, and it's not D&D anymore. And Star Wars is no longer Star Wars. It's just this woke feminist Marxist DEI nonsense crap that real fans don't want, and it keeps being pushed on us, and then they just call us like toxic for complaining that they took what we love and they crushed it into a little ball, and then they're showing it to us and they're laughing in our face, and they just want a reaction, and then they want to like condemn our negative reaction to it. I don't know why. I don't know if it's maybe different reasons. I don't know if it's for revenge or because that's what leftism does, is it just keeps going towards progress until it stops, or the country, society goes over a cliff or something like that. Some people just want to watch the world burn, I guess. And some people are just driven by hatred and envy and bitterness. I don't know. Some people just ignorantly think that, like, oh, I care about people, so I'm a Democrat. So I have, like an NPC, I have to go along with every single thing that the Democrats say. And they just don't even think about it. They're not even engaged politically, or they don't even consider the road that they're going down. I don't know. It's sad. But we're going to keep fighting back. And I would suggest doing, it's not the bare minimum, but it's not taking to the streets and, like, protesting or whatever. I do what you can, basically. If you can boycott a certain product or a company, do that. If you can call things out on social media, do that. If you can post links to videos that are part of the cause, that will hopefully wake some people up from the matrix, or get people thinking about certain ideas, their loss of freedom, the loss of their country, as well as entertainment, religion, political free expression, which almost died in like 2017, 2018. People are getting canceled left and right. And then now the ultimate cancellation. They're trying to put Trump in prison, and they jailed Peter Navarro, and now they're going to imprison Steve Bannon. Political prisoners. I mean, how many people in Trump's cabinet or his administration or in his legal team are they going to put in prison before American citizens, wake up and they're like, oh my God, like, the next step is, are you, like, check the box, are you conservative? Oh, you are? Oh, okay. Why don't you go immediately to jail, because that's illegal now. I mean, that's almost the place we were heading. But now there's a lot of momentum for the center right, for conservatives, Republicans, libertarians, classical liberals that don't want this woke nonsense anymore. I support you guys too. Coming under the big tent, the populists, nationalists, everybody can vote for Trump. Everybody can support Trump in one manner or another, because he's going to fight for us, fight for our country. He's going to help make America great again. And we have to do our part. So if you just post videos like this, like the Better Bachelor, 1,000 other things, that might help. So maybe this wasn't so short after all. All right. Keep it reals. Have a great weekend. Awesome gaming. And yeah, that's it.